Okay, so DC FanDome was a wonderful experience. Just, it wasn't, I was rooting for it, but then when I watched it and I experienced it, I can't stop thinking about it. It was a whole experience, you guys. Firstly, let's start off with the Wonder Woman trailer number 2. Wonderful job with the trailer. I loved how they revealed to us exactly what Cheetah's going to look like. Kristen Wiig looks good, by the way. And when I think of her, I mostly think of like comedy because that's what she's mostly in. But after visually seeing her as Cheetah, I believe that she can pull this off. This is going to be a great film. There's so much to look forward to when it comes to Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, looked great in her gold metal plated outfit, her suit. That looks good. And I loved when she took off her wings because that meant that she meant business and was dragging Cheetah like a rag doll. I love seeing how we were able to, within that, I can't remember how long the trailer was, but we were able to see or capture a quick glimpse of Cheetah and her transformation. You know how she was like that geeky girl or woman who was like unsure of herself, and then she becomes this confident like badass, and she's taking on Wonder Woman, right? You have to have a level of badass in order to take on Wonder Woman. And I believed Kristen Wiig as she was embodying Cheetah. So that's going to be a great thing to see. So much to look forward to. And DC FanDome gave us a big taste in a huge way with Gotham Knights. That looks like a wonderful game. Now, I don't play a lot of video games. I love the graphics. I loved the colors. Everything looked great. I love what the characters can do as far as their functions, all the superheroes. You had Mr. Freeze, which I believe proves to be a challenge in the game because he wasn't, as they were showing the demonstration of how the game would be when you play it, it's proven that he would be a challenge to take down because he was hitting everyone with his freeze gun and everything, and he was not here to play. And I'm glad that DC gave us a glimpse of Gotham Knights. And I love that title, by the way, Gotham Knights. It works. Let's move on to Suicide Squad. I am filled with hope and confidence that this is going to be a great film the second time around, because the first one I didn't really care so much about. But when I heard that James Gunn was going to be attached to the second one, I was like, okay, that restores a bit of some hope. After watching DC FanDome, when they revealed a finalized version of the cast members, I was like, okay, I'm in and I'm convinced. So this is going to be a great movie. I loved how they gave us a behind the scenes look at what was going on, what James Gunn had planned for us. It was just nice to see the cast members playing this Jeopardy-like game. I'm not sure exactly if it was Jeopardy, but they all had a bond and they were having fun and they all had great chemistry. You could tell they had good chemistry on and off the camera. And I feel like DC FanDome made this event so much fun. I felt like I was actually there. I was excited for this. And so I'm looking forward to Suicide Squad. I love the cast. I agree with the casting choices. And this is going to be a great film the second time around. And I know that James Gunn will do a wonderful job because he's just an amazing director all around. When it came to the reveal of the full trailer for Justice League Snyder Cut, me and my boyfriend about lost our minds. We all knew it was coming, first of all. We did. But I just love the setup of the trailer, how we were introduced to each of the characters, how we saw the different look on Jason Momoa with the tattoos. They are different. The aesthetic for the trailers looked absolutely fantastic. It had a wonderful look to it, nice and sharp. We got a clearer vision of Steppenwolf, who looked great, by the way. We lost our minds when we saw him. And there's just so much, like Superman's black suit. Like, why in the world would WB argue against that? It's in the comics. Like, all you have to do is read. It makes sense as to why Superman would be in the black suit versus his red and blue suit. But he looked incredible. I'm glad that they worked that whole conflict out because it does make sense to the story. You know, well, I won't explain it. I explained it in previous videos, but yeah, you get the gist of it. But the song Hallelujah, while the trailer was playing, definitely matched the tone of what was going on, I think, in everybody's minds. Like, yeah, hallelujah, because we have the Snyder Cut coming out, people. Like, we have released the Snyder Cut. It was us, the people, the good people who believed in Snyder, that got this thing released, got what we wanted. So we should all feel very proud of ourselves. This looks like a wonderful movie. I can't wait until it comes out. I like the fact that it's 4 parts and it's all, you know, those 4 parts are going to be an hour. And I think you can buy it to where it's like one whole movie or something like that. I don't know. Either way, we'll all be tuning into the Snyder Cut. Now, when it came to the Batman teaser, that was a huge surprise to me. Now, I know some people might have felt like, oh, they're going to show us a little snippet of something. I felt like they were just going to, you know, talk about it the whole time and give us like behind the scene pictures or, you know, little footages of like Rob Pattinson jacking around with the rest of the cast playing around or whatever. But no, they gave us a teaser. They gave us a teaser. I'd about screamed. I was so surprised. And the fact that they were able to do this at DC FanDome, like they did more than what, it wasn't even as nearly as long as Comic-Con. And they gave us so much. I was completely blown away. I was satisfied. I love that they kept that under wraps because it wasn't really expected, at least to me. I'll speak for myself. It wasn't really, I didn't think that they would give us that footage, or a teaser, but they did. So I feel like the world literally stopped right then and there. Jeffrey Wright looks great as Commissioner Gordon. I always had confidence that he would play a good Commissioner Gordon once I heard that he had been cast for the role. But visually seeing the teaser, seeing him in the teaser dressed as like Commissioner Gordon convinced me even more that he knows what he's doing. Like he is Commissioner Gordon. So I'm really happy that Jeffrey Wright is getting his shine, especially in a film like this. And I love how raw and gritty this film is. Like it's not the same story that we've been told and that we've seen time and time again when it came to Batman. But it's like they stripped the slickness away from this particular film. We see the rawness and the grittiness and the edginess of it all, and they were able to keep the soul and the essence of Gotham. And speaking of soul and essence, I believe that Rob Pattinson is a talented enough actor that he will give us his very best version of Bruce Wayne / Batman without necessarily abandoning the true essence of the character. Reeks of perfection and imperfection at the same time. And that's a story that has not been told, is the development of Batman, of where he wants to be, of where he sees himself and how he wants society to see him. We see the suit. He looks good in the suit, by the way. I was a little worried about the workout comments and all that, but after seeing the teaser, I don't care what Rob Pattinson jokes about, the teaser definitely convinced me that this is going to be a great film. I'm so happy for Zoe Kravitz, who plays Selina Kyle. I'm curious to see what she does with this role, but I do have confidence in her. I like how everybody is sort of underdeveloped in a way. And you see that Selina Kyle's outfit, her Catwoman suit, is not necessarily developed. It's still in development, and she's discovering who she is as well, and where she sees herself, where the world is going to place her within this story. DC FanDome has given us so much, and I am so grateful as a DC fan, and I can't wait for more events like these to happen when it comes to DC, in regards to DC. What do you guys think? Were you satisfied with what they gave us? What are you looking forward to? What are you most looking forward to as far as movies and video games? I know we saw the Suicide Squad video game. That looks pretty cool too. Tell me what you guys thought of DC FanDome. Comment down below, and I will catch you guys later.